I trust that everybody is doing well. I think that I need to. I definitely need to. Definitely need to get one of my Viking tunes. I'm gonna find one of my Viking tunes and get it into the playlist. It's nice. I got this nice bubblegum tune here. Quite a process. You got to convert the things. I'm on it, and let's go. We've still got like 14 minutes before the normal starting time, and we're going to be talking a lot about the upcoming TGE, Token Generation event. Token Generation event. Have a look through here. I'm just switching to the music here to find my nice Viking tune. Like I need some Viking tunes in the background there. I don't remember what that musician's name was. That Ian Post. Ian Post. There we go. Now let's switch around for audio converter. Nice like my MP3 converter. Bro. I don't know what it's called now. In post. Instrumental. Gaming on stage. DM, have fun building. Look, gaming on stage. Man, Say is making big progress. Humongous. See Robert's Jr. Taking digs at Leonard. Make sure you're following the Gaming on Stage team on X. I know we're live in many on many platforms. The OSP TDX is putting more traction. That's pretty cool. I'm watching the metrics. Going live on multiple platforms every day to see where we've got to do the hard work. Build more community on the different platforms. Takes you about a good 3 months of consistency, and then you can have a look. Okay, that's where this is working. That's where that's working, and you put attention in all the right places. You know, I think doing a lot of hard work and heavy lifting on Arena Social was a very good idea. We picked up some spectacular community members there. That was really in our favor. Let me make sure I got a light on the I'm particularly excited about the way that, I wasn't too excited about the concept of a TGE, a token generation event. I really wanted a strategy. That put a lot into the hands of the community. Because our policy is always to give you more than you thought you'd get. That's always everything we do. It's how do we put more into the hands of our community than they thought they would get? That's really because we came here to change lives, so we want you to always, so with our token generation event, when you, even at pre-sale or even later, at public rounds, when you're buying the token, you're also getting in-game assets with that token. And later, we're working on a land strategy. So you're going to be able to buy that token, but there'll be parcels of land that come with your token purchase, and in-game assets and all sorts of cool stuff. There we go, man. So we're still 7 minutes to go before the normal starting time for all the regulars join us. Salmon says, you're a legend. Please reply me, bro. What up, Salmon? Sarder! Man, I'm thirsty. What's get something wet? I think maybe what we'll do today is I'm sneakily working on things here. Oh, but Jason's here, so I won't be able to do it because he'll snack me.
What?
I was thinking of, building out the whole token generation strategy on PowerPoint in front of all the viewers before the community even gets it. Probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Well, I mean, you can give some sneak insight as to some of it, I guess, but can't give too much away.
Well, yeah, I think it's not too damaging to kind of share. But I just want to find The music might get a little bit loud. I like this tune. What even was I saying? Yeah, we are like 5 minutes early. We're early birds catching worms. Yeah, I've got a feeling that Rob may be in a coffin.
I saw him. He sent me a message a few minutes ago, so I think he's alive.
I would not blame that man for being very, very tired. Note the extra very I shoved in there, like very, very. Him and Blush, man, they've been working.
Oh yeah, they have, man. They have.
I got some. What is this guacamole? Let me see. I'm gonna snack on some guacamole. Holy moly, guacamole! Holy guacamole!
I've got another brief meeting in 5 minutes. I just wanted to pop in, say hi.
Oh, nice.
Hi.
Okay, nice of you to pop in your briefs.
Trying to cook up some investor activity.
Oh yeah. Does smell like good. I've taken to mistrusting even things that are in my fridge of late.
Yeah, just because it's green doesn't mean it's guacamole.
Yeah, it might have been something else. Don't know what it was before it was green, It could have been like custard or yogurt or something.
Lovely.
Packages, man. What? I'm too lazy to open that, and it looks all crunchy as well. What am I gonna dip in the guacamole now, man? Let's see. And there's like cookies and stuff. Oh, I opened this one, yeah. Like these funny, long, crunchy things that my brother-in-law said I should dip these in the guac, in the guac. Well, how do you pronounce guacamole? You said guacamole. Like a guacamole.
Oh, guacamole.
What is that? What is guacamole? Is it like Italian? Is it Spanish?
No, it's more. Pretty sure it's more Central Latin American origin.
So it's American.
So yeah, no, dude, it was so good yesterday. Like having so many of the marketing and community building parts of the team in that meeting. Like it was a full turnout, like the whole team. Very exciting.
Yeah, everything. What did you say? You had how many people
12.
in that meeting?
12.
That's bigger than most Web3 communities these days.
Yeah, and that's literally just from a marketing standpoint. That's really, really exciting. I was borderline delirious during that meeting. It was just like back-to-back meetings.
Dude, I was so tired yesterday. That meeting with Boo Boo, poor guy. I was just like trying to cope with Mantis explain the vision.
Yeah.
Finished it.
Yeah, man, it's hard. Like I was so glad that Stratos took the stage in one of the spaces today. With that we'd be invited, and Stratos stepped up. Because, like my brain was so fried. Like I did not have the like all around AI stuff. Really good space though. But I was in I had a meeting that was going to run over into it, and then I was just thinking, I'm just going to blank. I don't have the capacity in my brain right now to participate in a fast-flowing conversation.
It reminds me, I need to find my iPhone because we've got a space tonight. Damn.
We do. Oh, Andrew, I got a dippity dip.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Anybody seen my iPhone anywhere? Bro, that's the question, man. Is where is my iPhone? Let's see. Must be here somewhere. Everything is like, my phones are black, my desktop surfaces are black, and everything is, so when something is on top of something else, here we go. I have to like use a torch to find it. Hey Bithi. Okay, get this thing charged up for tonight. Wait, we gotta charge this thing up for tonight's exciting spaces. Our Thursday night Citadel space is always insane, man. That's when it comes to the Citadel, man, I climb up. When I take the mic, I go full Gestapo way. You got a network problem, BT. Sorry. I got my dip. Okay. Little fancy pants. Oh, it broke off in the dip, man. My stage is late, you say? Oh, it was a bit laggy. Is that what you're saying? A bit laggy. Well, you're saying my stage is pregnant. I'm looking here into your living room. See those beige curtains of yours? That's a nice chair. I like that, like leather, red fake leather seat rest back thingy there. Very nice, very nice. So the question is, what are we doing here? You know, what are we working on for our TGE? It's okay, you're not late, we're early. I started very early. So this here is a hint at what we're working on, and people who know what we're up to, you're really gonna wanna hold as much Citadel token as you can, and you can already start getting some of the sneaky pre-sale tokens by buying our crowdfunding packs. So I think much excitement there. I'm doing good, Bithy. Family members are good. I'm doing good. Excited, hopeful, and full of faith for the future. Happily munching on some Ava. Cool, BT. I actually will. Liquidity, seats. So you got liquidity, you got seats, you got shops. You got Citadel, VIP. It's kind of a it's a work in progress, but what we're putting together, what we're building is how in our quest to make sure that people all end up with physical in-game assets, the closer you are to that center liquidity pool, the more you will have. Now, I don't know how much I think I'm gonna just, I'm already set too much. and I can't even do it. Nah, I'm gonna do it anyway vibe like I usually do, you know. Because so if you have a seat or you own whatever in our ecosystem, part of the privilege is that you get to hear things first, you know? So there's some stuff I'd love to share with the viewers, but I have to make sure that the inner circle of our ecosystem, all our community members, the people who are active and busy and stuff, they always hear it first, you know. It was very nice when you put a bit of slap your mama on. I'm gonna call my wifey quick. Yo, my family's away, so just it was my daughter's birthday yesterday, so I was just doing a quick call there. They were having supper. So on all the different platforms, you're welcome to leave a comment or two. How are you doing, man? How's your day been? Those are in our ecosystem. Are you excited about the upcoming Katsu Mint and then the big TGE event? There's Rubel. This Sheshi. Man, Sheshi, I mean, I see you everywhere, man. Are you at least getting some nice NFTs out of us? Have we sent you anything cool yet, Sheshi? Have you got your funky? Have you got any funk, Sheshi? Have you got Lucille's? BT, don't I read your messages? I do. I think I gave away all my AVAX yesterday. So, I don't think I can actually buy any tickets. Eating some guacamole vibes here. Well, if you were here, I'd also give you some. I'm eating some bread sticky things with some guacamole. There. So here's the plan, Sheshi. Do you have your Rabbi wallet, Sheshi? What you do, Sheshi, is you get that Rabbi wallet. I've got some links there at funk.africa. Jeremiah on Facebook. How's it going, Jeremiah? Hello. Okay, so you've got the wallet extension. Okay, Sheshi, so you go on Discord. What, Rubel? On the current face of SMS will not speak. I'm not sure what that means, Rubel. But okay, so Sheshi, what you do, right? So you get your say EVM, right? Get your say EVM, then you go into the Citadel general chat and you tag me and you say, this is my say EVM. And then I'm gonna ask all the people in the community to make sure that you've got a Lucille and you've got a couple of healer NFTs. I think you might have missed the window for the snapshot for the Katsu keys, but I mean, obviously we'll get some Katsu and some Rothborn into your wallet after that one happens, because you're always everywhere, man. We see you everywhere. You're super supportive. So we got to make sure that there's stuff in your wallet, bro. Hey, Ruble. Yeah, man. We just work. That's how we roll. We answer hardship with hard work. Man, I feel like having snacky poos and stuff. We've got quite a major X space coming up just now, and yeah, Citadel Discord in general. Yeah, I'm lately, you know, I'm not very lively because we've been working such long hours, you know, so we're kind of watching the burnout. Yo, never worked so hard in my life. Yo, I'm like, I feel like I don't know if I'm half dead or half alive, but I'm here. We're live, and I'm here. And I'll hang out with you guys and I'll answer questions. And there's 56 people watching on different platforms. There's 26 watching on Arena. I wonder where everybody is, man. Let me see. I'll do a copy and paste quickly here. So where's everyone tonight? So we got a, you know, this big upcoming TGE, and it's good if you can be holding everything. You want to be holding funk tokens. You want to be holding funkies and funkettes and Lucille's and Katsus and Rothborn and Children of the Light and Doksukis and keys and all sorts of things. You want to have a seat. You want to, you know, Citadel seat and a OSP seat. You want it all, because everything in our ecosystem produces something else. Like everything, which is like super duper exciting. It's funny. Unable to found that say EVM on Rebby. Should I add any customers? Probably just the EVM. Maybe in general, just tag Papa Bear or Joey and just ask them, or anybody will help you and say, how do I find my, say, EVM on the Rabbi? I'm not sure, man. You know, I don't even have a wallet. Can you believe it? Well, other people handle the wallet thing for me because since I got hacked, I just don't handle any of my own stuff anymore. I just hope like heck they're cleverer than me and they don't get hacked, because I mean I was like really stupid. Well, I don't think, maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's tough to know whether I was stupid or not. I think I was stupid in how I got hacked. I should have known. Don't install things. But I thought, you know, it was like from a trustworthy source. That's what they do. They catch you with, it's called social engineering, where they pretend to be someone that you trust. And then they use that trust function to catch you, which is really sucky boerendans. There's Mushy. Mushy, so you're a seat holder. Goodness gracious. Mushy, do you know that people who have seats know what's about to happen with a TGE? Oh my goodness. Wait, I'm gonna make a cappuccino. You guys can look at my chair and you can listen to me talk. What the? Dudes are sending me funny photos. When my name was Mushy Mush, Mushy Mushy Mush, Mush Mushy Mushy Mush. I'm having cappuccino, no, 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 cappuccino, no, 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 cappuccino, cappuccino, no, 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 cappuccino, no. Mushy mush, mushy mush, 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 mushy mush, mushy, mushy mush, mush. Mushy, mushy, mush, mush. Mush, mush, mushy, mush, mushy, mushy, mush, mush. Mushy, mushy, mush, mush. Mushy, mush, mushy, mushy, mush, mush. Mushy, 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 mush, mush. Mushy, mush, mush, mush. Mushy, mush, 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 mushy, mushy, mush, mushy, mush, mush. Kappa cappuccino, kappa cappuccino, making myself a kappa cappuccino. Kappa cappuccino, kappa cappuccino, bananino, bananino. Oh, what do I want to tell you? Look at my sexy shorts. Look, see? Now I can show you my legs. Yo, banana, banana. Mushy. So, people who own seats also own property. I don't know if you know, but when you grab a seat, so I think you've got a halfie. So it actually comes with in-game stuff, and we're actually building a city where people will have property, and that property, if you're a seat holder, is really close to the middle of the city, and people, when it's time for the Citadel token, people who want to be the neighbor of a seat holder will pay like $50,000 for a piece of property that close to the core. How cool is that? Well, I guess not so much for them, but Because the people who are the closest here, you know, they get the news first. They hear about the whitelists first, then special groups. So you immediately get a part of the team allocation because you're a seat holder. La 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 la, cappuccino. Music is too loud. There's no such thing as music too loud. Rob. Hi.
Hey. Yeah, man. I'll cheers you. With a coffee.
Cheers. Yeah. Cheers. Coffee. Look, we even got both see-through. Hey, Mandy's also got those kind of cups. Is that the cup glass thingy?
Yeah, glassy cup.
Fancy. Or did you steal one of hers?
No, they're the Nespresso ones.
Oh, is that what they're complaining that the music's too loud? One, please hold. Background music. That's literally called background music. There we go. Is that better?
Damn.
Fade track in and out. I don't know. Did you have a nappy nap, or you just been working non-stop?
Took a bit of a little catch up on some anime.
That's a good idea. Hey, see, Georgia's taking a seat, Citadel. That's nice.
Nice.
Dude, these people don't know what they have, man. They have no idea. I think they just love us, so they're taking it. But I mean, this makes any beats, Yeats. Come climb on stage, Yeats on his sheets. Yeats on the sheets. Do you guys know I used to wet the bed until I was like 12, 13 years old? B, I'm looking here on stage, but I just see me and Rob. I don't see B. I don't see Joshua.
Josh with a
Ooh-ah. I don't see ooh-ah anywhere. Cheers.
There's no B, cheers. There's no B with a double E.
Yeah. But
Hola.
just the two of us.
Away from stage for many, many years.
Dude, I'm thinking that our TGE plan is just so good, man. It is so, the cool factor is redumulous.
100 cement. Cement.
But now I have to build a whole damn city. That's a lot of work, man. Day 1, 3. You know, yesterday I nearly cancelled. I managed to do like, I think 40 minutes or so yesterday.
Okay.
I had a meeting just before yesterday's live stream, and I was so tired. It was with King Boo Boo, and I was just telling him about the ecosystem and stuff, but I was like catching fish while I was speaking. Yes. And so afterwards I thought, man, I just need to lie down like I feel right now, but you know, we've got an X spaces after, like in what 25 minutes, and we can't not go live. So even to make up for like being late yesterday, makes only beats. I don't even remember if I was here yesterday or there yesterday. Yeah, no, I came on like early today. How long have we been live? We've been live for 1 hour. Yeah, so I came on 25 minutes early today. Said, okay. Yeah, it was just us yesterday, B. I was so tired. Yes, B was just keeping me alive. Yeah. That's so funny, yeah. I saw, so in the early morning, yeah, at about 3 in the morning, I woke up, do my gratitudes. I see a message from Rob at like 8 at night, which is early for us, eh? And it's like, hey, you're around. And I'm like, I was lights out already. Okay, that's old man vibes, that, eh? Sleeping by 8 o'clock. Yes,
And
I was so, yeah.
this morning when you phoned me to find out if I'd phoned you early in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I'd just gone to bed again, you know, because I woke up at about 2:30. Oh, we're getting some post tokens. Thanks, Mushy. Yeah, I woke up about 2:30, and then I just faffed around for half an hour, and then I did my 3 hours of prayer, gratitudes, whatever. So, and then caught up with a bunch of stuff. Like I got the OSP deck. Yes, that OSP deck, dude. The naming convention was so broken in the conversion. I think Jason converted it to PNGs for me, and the naming conventions were so broken that nothing matched up. Like there was no proper 1, 2, 3. It's like 3_1, and it's not even the right place. So I had to separate them. So if you jump down there and you have a look, you'll see I separated the Citadel, because it's like this 2 random PowerPoint presentations thrown into one. So I got the Citadel related stuff on the left and the OSP stuff on the right. So I was sitting at like 6 in the morning or something, half dead, but I was happy, man. It's post 3. Did that replace cast 3? Okay, mush. That's interesting. Hey, he rugged you in 20 minutes. Don't ask Funky about post.
You were rugged in 20 minutes. We will rug you for the rest of your life with us.
Yeah.
You're part of the family.
So, dude rugged you in 20 minutes. Good Lord, man. Anyway, yes.
Wasn't she on stage?
Who? Mushy?
Bushmuller. She hasn't joined us on stage in 18 years.
Yeah, I see it. She hasn't joined us on stage. Yeah. You will have for all of OSP. Nice. Give us all the post tokens, man. Yeah. So then so I do that. Get through messages. Some of the NGO stuff. I don't know what time I phoned you, dude. But like, I climb into
in the morning.
I don't know. Yeah, and then I see a missed call, and it looks like it's. I don't know. It looked like it, for some reason, it seemed like it was you that I phoned you, but I was finished there. Then I'm like, okay, Rob, did you put John's phone me? He's like, no. Okay, well, I'm going back to sleep. Yes, then I crashed. Then I got woken up like freaking 40 minutes later.
No, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Still a severe lack of. Let me check at the bottom here. No B, no Mushmuller, no Joshua.
Joshua. No Uas, yeah.
Ex-Marine
Josh.
No
yeah. Mush says, I'm telling the people that OSP is the only real thing. That is correct. There are 2 kinds of things in Web3. There's OSP and scammers. That's it. There's UA. Mushy says it's true. It is true. Here comes UA. UA.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that one's got nice echo. You're gonna sing.
How does that look, Andrew?
Hello.
Oh my word! Oh, there's that steak.
2 fillet steaks and some cheese sauce.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Joshua, are you proud of? Did you see Rob's stuff there?
Yeah, what's going on over here?
I was showing off my steaks, man. Did you see them, Mr. Meats?
Oh,
Yeah, man. I'll give you a. Hopefully it doesn't fall off my plate here. There we go.
Look at
Some
that.
nice,
Look at that. Steak
Wow.
and cheese
Let's
sauce.
steaks and some cheese sauce.
Would you like to see my kind of breadstick thing?
That's very fancy.
That
too.
looks very
Some-
juicy.
Very nice.
You can dip the breadstick in some grass or some mushed up.
Some guacamole. Supposed to be
Guacamole.
guacamole, but it's just if they should have just called it squished avo, because I don't taste any of the other stuff they usually put in to make it guac.
Is that a keyboard behind you there, Joshua?
That is.
That's what he uses for chopsticks. Oh my word, it's B.
Where's B? Where?
Yeah.
Hi,
Hey.
It's
it's the
B.
B with the EE.
Mhm. It's
So
B-double-E.
What's it like running around behind your own bum on the ship?
My bum is very heavy. It's not easy. I have trouble with balance. Brilliant.
Yeah.
B.
I mean, we were all gonna run around behind Mandy's bum. With that other character. There's Gunther. Gunther, why aren't you on stage? I'm looking here. I don't see any Gunther.
Oh, I haven't seen Gunther for ages.
I mean, there he is. He's commenting, but hey,
And he
Ua,
would-
do you see him?
Last time we had Mushy on stage with us. How many
Mm,
years?
where's
ago?
Mushy?
Mushy needs to come too. Hey, Joshua.
Mm.
Hello.
How are you doing?
We need to have probably a serious conversation about Betty Butter. What do you think?
How do we?
Yeah, because Betty Butter bought a bit of butter to put in the batter. But Betty Butter's batter's bitter because Betty Butter's butter was bitter. I mean,
Did you
Hmm.
say that without looking at anything?
I'm just
No,
you know
he's
standing
reading.
about Betty Butter's batter because it's better batter than I've ever put together.
Brilliant.
I remember when
But
my name was
Joshua-
Betty's butt.
Oh, sorry. No, I was going to ask if she sells seashells or not.
Not this one. Unless they're button
Oh.
size. I think. Did you know that Betty's second batch of batter was better than the bitter batter because the first batch of batter was bitter? So, I mean, most people don't know that.
We didn't know that. No.
Do you know what color it was after it was baked? Well, Betty
Brown?
Butter's bitter batter was brown, obviously.
So Andrew,
I don't know if you
I
guys
don't
know
know.
this, but this is what my wife thinks of me.
What does it say?
Probably backwards.
Ooh.
Morning, handsome.
What? Go and read that. What does it say?
Are you still there?
Oh, yeah? You what?
Hello, Clarice.
Hello, Clarice. Is that what it says on the cup?
It says, morning, handsome. Just so.
Oh. Oh.
Mhm.
so
Cheers to you
Andrew.
other handsome people and beautiful people.
Joshua, you have cool cups. I remember a mug that you showed us another time, and I can't remember what it said, but it was really cool.
This one's cool. I got this was in Colorado.
Oh, wow.
It's quite
That is cool.
decorative.
It is. Nice.
And those are mushrooms.
They are.
I remember when I was a mushroom.
Cool. So this one's from Mexico.
Joshua, you're really fuzzy.
So, Uncle, you know, like you just mentioned when you were a mushroom, right?
You still there?
We're still
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We can't see you.
So, Unc, when you were Amish, did you make your own butter?
Well, I was gonna make some kind of naughty comment about Betty.
Yeah.
But you know, as an Amish person, we had to leave Betty alone.
Leave Britney alone. Leave Britney alone.
Oh, we lost Ua.
Oh, he's
Ua
back.
returned.
Oh, it's back.
There we go. Welcome back, Ua.
Sitting there talking to myself for a minute. I was like, I know I'm boring and everything, but come on. I was doing mug show and tell and everything.
Yeah.
You said mushrooms and then you disappeared.
Oh, well, let's see. There's my mushroom mug.
Ooh.
So cool.
Very fancy. Got it in Sedona,
Andrew,
Arizona.
In where?
Sedona, Arizona.
Mm.
So let's see. For a Vanguard Vision seat, you must have 50 mil funk, a funky, a funkette, a Lucille, a funkyette. What is that? Funky, a funkette, Lucille. What else have we got in the ecosystem there? Lucille.
And they must lease their sweat equity to us for 99 years.
133 seat. Yeah. 1 times 22 seat. Maybe some for peeps who have 50 million, not $50 million of funk. My bad. I think Georgia has got plenty of funk. That's for sure. Funky, Funkette, Lucille, 1 times 33. Damn, and it's doing this thing. 33, 1 times 22 seats.
And they need to own one of the Egyptian gods, Bunk.
Yes.
Which is going to be difficult.
Yeah, because they don't exist yet.
And they're one of ones and they're mine.
What if you just have control over one of the gods, not really own them?
Yeah.
Oh, no. We were talking earlier about titles, right? Now everyone likes titles, and I like title deeds to things, you know? It might be my European history, blood, that is...
Hang on. What's that music? Who's playing music? Watch out, it'll mute us on all the platforms. So whoever's got music in the background.
Oh, can you hear that?
Yeah. Mute it. Yeah, you'll have to... No. You're going to get us muted, my friend. Get it on your headphones or whatever.
Do they give you a warning or do they just turn you off?
Nah, they just nuke you. All Meta, they shut you off on Meta and on YouTube.
Yeah, they're pretty quick.
Fast.
What about...
Yeah, it's like... Yeah.
Ooh, what is that, Andrew?
Hey, that's okay.
That looks different to the green stick and the green juice, which is...
It's a text. I'm married, so I can have text.
Ah.
No text before married. Rafiki, and it's the voices in my head.
Rafiki has voices in his head. Okay, Rafiki van die Sand, hoe gaan het, Boeta? That was Joshua, very Afrikaans greeting there for him. Dag sê, dag sê.
Dag sê, dag sê. It's day say, day say. It's literally dag sê. It's like...
Moes die trek my boet in die Ossewa, lekker, lekker. That's a tractor and a wagon, Joshua and B.
What does lekker mean?
It's an kind of a spin-off of an Afrikaans word for a sweet.
Oh,
And you say it to be like cool.
Casual text.
Okay, no.
because every time Roy comes on, he says lekker to me.
Mm.
Yeah,
So he's saying you're delicious, yeah.
he's saying sweet bee.
Yeah, sweet.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, that's cute.
Honey is delicious.
Ja, there's a Rafiki. Hoe was die trek met die Ossewa daar in die sand, my boet?
Mm.
And Ossewa B is like a, you know, you watch those old like Indian cowboy movies and they got those wagons with the big giant wheels that are pulled by
Mhm.
like cattle.
Lekker boet.
Yeah.
It's Ossewa. It's an Afrikaans word for that.
Oh.
Os is like a, what's that? Like a bull or a cow or
Mhm.
an ox. It's an ox.
Rafiki, pas op vir die holboewe. Pas op vir die holboewe.
That
I'm
is
just warning him.
how do I translate that for B? That's like a
Watch out for the
Oh.
backstabbers.
hole driller. Like if you know, like when you're making fences and you're going to make holes in the ground to put the fence poles in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
Oh, Gumpy, we on StreamYard, so you can. The link is there in the director's chat. You can see it there.
So, B, I think I have asked you before. I don't think you gave me specificity. I told you I lost a lot of bits of my one knee, right, when I was motorbiking.
Yes.
So, it has yet to grow back. So what can I do? Like,
The cartilage or the bone?
it was the cartilage in the middle.
Yeah. So you've lost the cartilage in between.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for it to grow back.
You have a knee that I have. So on my left knee, when I fell like 17 years ago onto my left knee, and my cartilage broke off and is running around in my leg somewhere. It does slowly, it very slowly grows back. Has it improved at all?
If I don't take like fish oil tablets, like
Yeah, you
thing,
feel it. Yeah.
then it's still a bit annoying, you know.
Yeah. Do you take magnesium?
Not sure.
Magnesium's really good for knee pain.
No, I kept the mother-in-law as part of the divorce, and she like feeds me food and vitamins and all these things. I don't know.
You don't know what you're having.
No,
And
I'm sure it's good stuff though, because I'm still
yeah, and
around.
what's another one? Like joint aid, glucosamine. Is it glucosamine? No, that's. I don't know if it's glucosamine. Anyway, it's like a joint aid, which has also got like the omegas and other stuff that helps lubricate stuff.
It's a blue tablet, which has got the blue pill. I don't know, not different to Andrew's blue pills. My blue pills are for my knee, Andrew.
Ah, I need to start thinking about that.
It's like if I wake up in winter, it's like it's a performance, man. It's like a theater performance.
Yeah, just to get things moving, it's crazy.
Well, makes only yeets to say I'm now raging over my ravaged rugging, right or wrong. This rugging really rests in the bag of Betty's butter. Listen,
Wow, Rafiki.
this is my knee. It's. I don't know if it's supposed to be on top of my calf though. Like this other one's also about on top of my shin. I don't know if that's where it's supposed to be. You know, like. Well, you see, like.
Yeah.
Like there, above my this is my calf.
Yeah.
This is my
Mhm.
knee.
Uh-huh.
And now, so is it supposed to be on top of my shin?
It's supposed to be at the top of your shin.
Well, are we thinking design-wise, like the knee should be in place of the ankle, and the ankle should be where the knee is, like
Well, I am ankle funk.
ankle fag,
Ankle fang.
a man with many ankles.
Yo, Mandy's got nice ankles. Good lord, eh?
So Rob,
Okay,
what
yeah.
has Rafiki said there on screen? What has Rafiki said?
Lekker Bootman lekker. He's saying, delicious, brother. Delicious.
Oh,
Tasty, brother. Tasty.
to your knee.
No, I don't know what that was in response. He was just saying I'm old, which is fair.
Yeah.
Fair, you got me there, Rafiki.
It's
me.
And we have another impaired individual joining us now. Welcome, Jason, of the
another
show.
impaired.
Hey, you. Hey, little guy. How's your day?
Oh my word!
Why-
The space is
why-
starting in the. Why what?
It is why is Rafiki speaking in tongues?
He said, "Ook maar lekker wit. Wanneer kom die gips?" Oh yes! So what he says there, ook maar lekker wit. So he's saying, my legs are very white, and then to underscore his comment about my legs being very white, he says, "When is the cast coming off?"
That's pretty rude, Rafiki.
That is pretty rude.
Wow. Just
Ja,
wow.
Rafiki, you lucky I sold my long walk gun chop. Anders gaan ons 'n bietjie praat.
Yeah, long walk.
Welcome to South
My
Africa FM.
lang haal geweer.
Uh,
My long walk gun. Yeah, Andrew, I once shot at a buck, and it was lying there with its bones in the light.
with your porridge wheel.
Be Afrikaans is like honestly the worst language to translate into English.
I can see that.
And if Rafiki
Okay, so-
ever joined us on the stage, you know, he could talk
Delight us
for
with
us
his-
a little, you know.
Delight us with that accent.
So he said, "Hello there, salad leaf." Hi there, slide blar.
And the rest of the international people listening to us across the planet are like, what is going on?
What?
B, we will make you an Afrikaanser yet, man.
Yeah.
Afrikaans.
We're going to buy you some khaki pants and long khaki socks with a comb that you can keep in your socks.
Yeah. No, you got to. Let's see. I must join that. Start listening.
What have we got here? A space? A X?
Oh wow, yeah, the space. I've got to jump over there.
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
oh.
Are you streaming from here, Unc, or how are we?
yeah. Well, I've got to take my headphones off and then talk there.
While streaming
Alright.
here,
While streaming, yeah.
Oh,
Pinging
yes.
all the things.
be a very important part for your hair, Rafiki is mentioning, is the Brill cream. You can look that up.
Yes, I know
Gives
of
you like
Brill.
Extremely slick, like
Yeah.
greasy lightning.
Yeah, no. If you want to
Very
pick
shiny.
up some whole boover, then you must use some some Brill cream. Yes, they dig that look. Then you do a side, you know. Let me see.
I could-
New
I could
post.
do it.
You
No,
could
got,
do with some
got
Brill
way
cream.
too much hair for that, Jason. Sorry, man.
I know, dude. I've got I am very hairy.
Very
Right, I'm gonna go jump across onto the Citadel account.
Yeah, okay, so, bro, where, I'm supposed to get a yesification, because notification is, oh, there we go.
Do you want me to jump on? Is someone going to be on the OpSafe Place account or not?
I'm listening on the OpSafe.
Or you're not on the Uncle Functor account?
I'm gonna, so on the phone I join on the Uncle Functor. I talk on that one and I listen with the other one. So
that sounds like way too many steps.
No, the steps are easy because the OSP one is the one that listens here. But let me activate some of the steps here.
Okay, I will jump on as somebody and you can guess who I am. So
okay. Achy ankle ached after an awkward angle abruptly aggravated uncle's achy ankle. Uncle attempted an afternoon amble, but the aching ankle annoyed and alarmed him. Of course. Right, let me see. So I need to... Right, so I've got to share... Got to share... Dagnabbit, man. Make it easy for me, you Santonists.
I think I'm on the space, maybe. How do I check?
Checking is overrated.
Checking.
Come on, walk on this thing. Just go full screen here.
Right. That's...
Yep, something happened. There we go. All right.
Am I in... Huh?
Okay, so I'm listening. No.
Oh, that's your stream.
It's custom, but excited to be here. Rough night, fever, the kids.
You guys here?
Yesterday they called me from school to pick them up.
Yep.
My little one was having 38 and temperature, so had to bring them home, paracetamol, and found out that I was having fever myself too. But it's just the regular stuff. When kids go back to school, they start bringing all the ultra exotic viruses home. So maybe my voice is a little different today. I'm a little congested, but excited to kick off our Citadel weekly space. How are things going on your side, Jay?
Good. Busy. Very busy. We're back at that stage of countless back-to-back meetings, getting everything prepared, all the coordination meetings, and a lot to organize. But this is where the fun really begins. Really exciting, exhausting, but really exciting.
100%. I know how things are. Unks, thanks for hopping in the stage. I know I've been missing in the funk show today. I was just telling Jay that I had a very rough night. Yesterday, my kids had to come back earlier from school because they were sick with fever, and so was I last night. So the ultra exotic man flu, probably similar to the one that caught you a couple of weeks ago. But how are you doing, Unks? Good day to you. Good evening to you.
Doing good, man. Doing good. Wait. They say they cannot hear nothing on Arena. Stand by. I'm just going to share this thingy in the thingies. There we go. They should be able to hear you now on Arena. I'm streaming everything everywhere.
Amazing.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Doing good, man. We're having fun setting up the TGE parameters. I think we're gonna have definitely the coolest TGE that's ever been seen in Web3. So working on, because as usual everything is asset driven, so assets mean everything from, hey, there's BK. What up, BK? Assets mean everything from the usual stuff that we're giving people to use in game, and now it's going to also be land and hangars in space and all the stuff I'm not allowed to share.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Between the intern and you, it's going to be a tough couple of months.
Yeah, we're leaky, man. We're like super duper leaky.
It's like, damn it, Funk. We're getting all this prepared. It's like, well, I'm gonna tell everyone anyway. But hey, that just makes it more fun. Mr.
Yeah,
Console, Mr.
Ooh.
Console, welcome back to another.
Mic check, mic check. Yes, yes, yes.
Jay, I know things are crazy. I'm gonna welcome Mr. Console. Shout out to BK for making it. I've been bringing him over the weeks, but he's been too busy. So BK, you're always welcome in our stages. There's a lot of things you gotta catch up with. If you heard Onks dropping alpha everywhere, like this is something I'm not supposed to say, but wait, I'm gonna do it anyways. As per his custom. But today I want to dive deeper on breaking down lots of things that have been going on that our community it's aware to some degree, but that others are wondering how they actually work. So we've been hearing some noise from the packs, from the seats, the plates, the chairs, the tables, and I would like to dive deeper into that topic. So people that's hanging around and haven't stepped into our community just yet will be really clear in terms of what it is and how they should get involved.
Sorry, were you asking? Like, I do apologize, but my headphones just partially rugged at the end there.
Oh, no worries, Jay. So yes, there's been a lot of noise nowadays in the timeline, and we know some alpha has been leaked, right? Onks just is spoiling the news about the TGE leaking stuff, and we've been seeing the packs around, right? Which is one of the ways for people to get into our game or into our community, and we've heard about seats and chairs and tables and plates. We want to break down these concepts towards all of those that are still hesitant about jumping into our community. So a little alpha and a little explanation in terms of what the packs stand for, what the seats stand for, and the tables, and why people should get involved and be early.
Well, this one sounds like it's a job for the Funk.
Man, my arms are tired from tying a high pony on my head, man. Yes, it's hard work. When you have to like get your hair all bundled up and then I'm watching why can't we watch comments on X? I think the girls and I don't know if any of the guys have got long hair, but like your arms get so tired, man. Like because you're like busy up there, and then after a while you're like, come on, man. So be saying 100. Yeah, that's hard work, man. Jeez, like anyway, okay. Are you asking for alpha? I'll give you alpha, bro. I've got I'll do it anyway. So in our ecosystem, we have a aggressively asset-based economy. So even if we do a TGE, we have to make sure as a matter of policy that you get more than you understand. That is our policy. It's like people always get more than they truly understand. So for instance, when we do a mint, like usually a community would do a mint and that's it, you get the mint. But with us it's like, okay, like let's say those who were involved in the Lucille mint, then they're like, okay, when the mint arrives, are we getting a Lucille? And we're like, no, we're going to give you a pack, and there's 3 Lucilles in it. And then people are like, okay, that's cool. And then we're like, oh, but you're also going to get some keys. We're going to give you keys for a bunch of keys for everything else that you're holding in the community. And they're like, okay, what does the key do? No, the key is going to give you another 3 NFTs for every Lucille that you hold. And that's our policy. Same thing happening with the Katsu. So now it's time for the Katsu mint. So what has happened before the Katsu was there was the Lucille mint, the funkies, the funkette, the funk token. Funk token isn't even on sale. That was on AVAX in the Arena social ecosystem. But we still check and we see, okay, what have you got in our asset-driven economy that gives us an excuse to give you more assets? And each time, because our goal is to make sure that our community, especially the people who invest in us, always have more than they think they're going to get. We're doing the same with our TGE. So our TGE, it never sat well with us to just give people a token, because there's no real meaning to the token other than the flip. There's no the casino. It just becomes a casino. But what happens if that token represents land? What happens if that token represents in-game assets? What happens if the amount of the token that you're holding represents proximity to a flow of information? What happens if holding that token puts you the term physical here is in the sense of the game. So you're inside the game and you're buying the token, but when you buy the token, you're getting the equivalency of that token in-game assets as well. And in the lead up, if you're buying in-game assets on our crowdfunding store, you're going to get pre-sale tokens. So there's people who don't even realize that they wanted to just go and buy some NFTs for when those NFTs are ready for the game, but they didn't realize that they also have the dollar equivalency in the pre-sale token. So that wasn't even enough for us. So we thought, you know what? We're going to create an ecosystem where people who hold our seats, people who support the token in a large way, people who stake that token, people who believe in us enough to hodl, who are willing to do we'll have systems where you can stake a year in advance. People who do all these things have they've got something that's potentially worth more than the token itself in-game assets. Because obviously, if we came here to change lives and we're here building a asset-driven economy, and our entire financial ecosystem is built around the principle of creating the demand that allows the player, or rather drives the player to play a marketplace to a point where every single player has got something that is of worth to other players, then that also counts towards the token generation event, because we're not satisfied with the way Web3 does things. Personally, I know Rob's pretty much there with me on this one, but personally, I find most of what happens in Web3 to be scammy, without utility, kind of cult personality driven. Now we can't get away from those things, because if you want to build a community, you need cult personalities to hold that community together. But when all that holds it together is the initial pump driven by that cult personality, then the dump is inevitable. And if the VC strategy is to turn that entire community into exit liquidity, then the dump is inevitable. So we're like, that's not the way we want to do things. The way we want to do things is if someone dumps, they're losing a lot more than they can even imagine. They like that. If you buy like, you know, $50,000 worth of Citadel and you dump it, you lose an entire piece of real estate in the game. You lose a lot. So that hodl factor, based on the fact that your holdings equate to in-game assets and a proximity to knowledge. In other words, if you're holding enough, or you were clever enough to buy seats early, or to get in on sweat equity early, you would be in that first wave to receive that first alpha every time, because we'll be doing major mints almost every month when we're in full swing. You know, just to give an idea of what we're building here, we only need 5,000 players to turn millions a year, because at 5,000 players, you're looking at around about 3 million NFTs in the ecosystem. And that's hard for people to understand because they don't know gamers. You know, they don't know how the mind of a gamer works. And once you see the NFT infusion system and you understand how important your inventory is, like every single thing in your inventory is extremely important. Once you see all of that, you'll understand that what's being built here is life-changing. So, you know, my final little thing on this soapbox on the alpha side of things is I cannot advise people enough to try and get as many of the packs on our crowdfunding site as you can before we put a limit on that number, because we'll determine the limit by who took what, because the reach is still so small. You know, crypto Twitter's just got a washing machine. It's the same people going from one community to another, and once we've determined who in our communities snapped up the crowdfunding packages, then we'll open it up to Web 2, and Web 2 is where we're going to fetch those 5,000 players and beyond. Anyway, I'm sure I made a fantastic mess of that. Yeah.
It's yeah, there's no simple way to put it, but like mainly because there hasn't been a token launch that is done in a way where value equivalencies go in both directions. So people are by default receiving assets that are then used and valuable across all of the titles that we're building. So it's, you know, we attach the tokens directly to everything else that we're doing, and we attach everything else that we're building to the token. It's about being different and doing something different. Like, we get to have a lot of fun. We're here to build games. We're here to build an entire gaming ecosystem. And we don't have to adhere to what has been done so far in Web3, and especially not everything that has gone so wrong, where the majority of projects, even the ones that have meant well, and it's great to see the ones that, you know, are doing well. Like, I love the fact that, for example, Paradise Tycoon are doing, you know, great. They had a good style of launch, and it's about allowing value to come in to something and not just be extracted on day one. Like, if you want to launch something from the ground up, you do it through and through from the ground up, and you push upwards. And as the community grows, as the projects grow, value grows, and you stop the extractiveness where on repeat communities that have meant well have become the exit liquidity, be it by purpose or be it just by bad design. We get to be creative with this. And I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to welcome on stage BK, my brother. It's been forever, man. How you doing?
Oh man,
Yeah, Choice. Choice and I were having a DM war. He's always like, "Hey, come join," and it's always like after I put the phone down and start working, and I'm always constantly coming back. Like, damn it, I missed it again. So I wasn't gonna miss it today. Um, yeah, I would say to and I imagine that's Jay. Jay, is that you behind there? The
Yes,
Citadel.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. I see you boys cooking, man. I see what you guys are doing in the LinkedIn world and Funk. I'm gonna be chilling in Web 2 waiting for you guys. That's what we're doing right now. It's just chilling in Web 2 waiting for you guys to come over. Um but yeah, what wild shit going on. I did correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Warp just partner with Immutable? Is that correct?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just keeping abreast of things going on. Like I said in my LinkedIn connection there, X don't really use too much because it's you guys know how it goes. But yeah, so much you guys have just talked about that I wanted to touch on. I think the hardest thing for you guys is gaming in Web3 is in Web3, there's an expectation of profit, right? There's always an expectation. That's always the underlying elephant in the room is, yeah, but can we make money? And that's while at the same time it's been a glorious thing, as we all know, to make money in Web3, but it's also a double-edged sword where now everyone has this expectation when they get into a project that they're just going to get moon bags. And for you, especially like you guys who have a long-term vision and are building for a longer future, like it doesn't really sync with that short-term mindset of let me get my moon bags and that's all that matters. So it's a bit of a I wouldn't even call it much of a barrier. It's just I think an explanation of expectations really sets the tone, for people coming into the project of, hey, it's not about just making some money and bouncing. It's about really building something that I mean, shit, guys. How long has it been since we've known each other? 2-3 years now,
Yes,
and
sir.
still the same talks. Like who is going to step up and actually create something? It's still we need to build a game for Web 2. Like that Web 2 will play and stuff, and like out of everybody. Because you guys know the noise on LinkedIn, and crypto's getting a little stronger because of Bitcoin over there, and all the nice intervention from Michael Saylor selling paper Bitcoin to everybody. But I would have to say it's really nice to see you guys still pushing forward, still doing it, and actually progressing. I don't see any stagnancy with what you guys are doing, and it's really cool to see, because as we all know, a lot come and a lot go. So to see
You can't stop a train that has no brakes.
no, that's right. And you're a pretty big train over there, so it's definitely hard to stop a larger train as well. But I see Zinthi came up. Zinth, what's up, man?
Hey Vicky, how are you? Jason, Uncle Funk, Mr. Console, Crypto Hunter, never met before, bro. Satro's brother, how are you guys? Vicky, I think you nailed it when it comes to Web3 gaming, but also I try to keep line between this whole thing. What is it that we need But when specifically talking, the main reason I found myself in the crypto ecosystem was gaming. Had been advocating for gaming and always will be. But I think gamers, we are kind of currently in an era where Web3 gaming could take a different way, because first when we started with Web3 gaming, it was still at the time early, and we started bringing people who needed that money factor. Yes, but in Web2 gaming, also gamers need things. There's no game out there in Web2 that doesn't give stuffs like when the first time when I heard about play to earn game or move to earn games, moving from play and earn, my whole question was, I'm not an English speaker, native English speaker. Can somebody explain to me what's the difference between the fucking play to earn and play and earn? Because at the end of the day, it's about giving something to people. It's just a buzzword being changed. But we wanted to hide and run away and try to pretend that we are not giving things to people for playing the product. But actually, the biggest games, starting from PUBG Mobile, Fortnite, League of Legends, any game that we played, you bring 4 users, I give you a skin. So what do gamers need? They need skins. They spend a lot of money to get these skins. So of course, for them it's valuable. If it's a game like Entropia Universe, you get a skin, you get the unit, you get the land. You could actually sell for real money. There was no crypto included. And I think now we are getting into an era that the games are basically separating that part, the investor aspect and the gamer aspect. And I don't see even the accelerators and incubators these days kind of forcing a bit like before. We were kind of forcing, if a project basically is incubated by XYZ, they force a project raises $100,000, they force the project to go and spend $10,000 to go and get listed on the, I don't know, look, nothing against the platforms I'm talking about right now, but CoinMarketCap, an article on Cointelegraph, and all these platforms are filled with traders, investors. I'm not saying traders and investors don't play games, but this is not the main pool of user base. But they were not even suggesting even one project, hey, why don't you go and spend around $5,000 and publish your article instead of Yahoo Finance on GameZebo, Droid Gamers, and XYZ platform? They don't do it. But I think that narrative has been shifting, and a lot of games, like for example, Jason, I talk to Jason a lot, Uncle Funk a lot, Sacho is of course, I talk to him a lot. No, I think these guys are basically find the whole thing and understand, and I think finding the right platforms to bring to Web3 and prospecting the products into the actual user base. But in Web3, it will always remain as community. That's the beauty of Web3, how I like to say it. Like in airlines, we have passengers. In Web3, we have customers, but our customers are our community. So that word will always remain. But I would say never hesitate from saying the users, we are a play-to-earn game or whatever it is, because Web2 always give rewards to the users who are playing them, starting from Candy Crush to the most high-end games that existed in the world today. But the only thing is there was no transparency how much they are giving. But if we use the correct marketing tools and platforms to prospect, hey, Web3 games bring this transparency, I think majority of the gamers will like it. Of course, some people will say the biggest KOLs or creators or streamers hate Web3 gaming because they're paid to shield those things from biggest companies like Ubisoft and all this bullshit.
So true, man. So true. It's like you gotta build with vision. You gotta build for the long term. If you want to build a content-rich ecosystem, worlds where people want to lose themselves in, you gotta have vision, and you gotta just be laser focused on those end goals. BK, before I go to you, I'm gonna have Crypto Hunter introduce himself, and then Rod Oliveira. Crypto Hunter, over to you, my man.
GM everyone, good to be here with the Citadel. Very good to be here with OSP. Always my pleasure to be around with the boys and also interact and be around what the whole thing that OSP is all about, building. I mean, to me right now, the best game, not just on Say, but generally on Web3. Sorry guys, I've been a little bit off radar a bit for some weeks now. It's been crazily busy for me in real life, but anytime, any day, I see an opportunity to congregate like this, to be around with the guys on OSP, I make sure I don't lose that opportunity. So exactly when I saw this came up immediately I put up my system and I saw Sachoy speak about the space. It was very much easy for me to, just come around and show support for what's going on here. I still have this strong confidence that OSP with time is going to be the number one thing game wise, not just on Say Network, but generally on the Web3 community. So let's continue to build together. Let's continue to see areas where we can, bring communities in and see how we can show support to each other and look forward to this game, like hitting it right there, and all the promises that the game has will all be fulfilled. And I'm very sure we'll all return very much happy. Greatness in the future, guys.
Thank you so much, Crypto Hunter. I mean, like seriously, the levels of support that Say communities, Say Foundation, and everything affiliated to it have, shown us and given to us, it has been immense. The level of attention that we get is amazing, and more importantly, the reception of the products that we're building. Because with the platform itself, our ability to highlight those games on Say, bring together the communities on Say, and build something really special together. Rod Oliveira, over to you, man.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Senor Joy, for pulling me up. I see a lot of familiar faces here and some new faces. It's the first time I'm actually joining the Citadel, even though I've been listening to you guys for a few weeks already. I've joined. You guys were already in between conversations, so I caught up in the. I think was BK was dropping a really cool argument. The thing is, I've been. This is not my first rodeo, guys. I've been here since 2017, before Web3 was called Web3. And year after year after year is new records, same old shit. I'm sorry, I'm a bit maybe controversial in this, but it's a pain in the ass. The year after year after year we discuss, okay, what do we need to do? What is missing? It's what is missing is a fucking purge. We need to take a can of gasoline, take a torch, take a lighter, and burn the shit. I'm sorry, it's the truth. It's the fact. We need a mindset shift. Instead of launching tokens and NFTs first, which I understand in some cases, companies, small devs, they need to raise funds. So this is the only way that they have to get some cash to start building shit. But start building a product first. Make sure it's fun, make sure it's engaging, make sure people enjoy it. Focus on the product. Don't sell smoke and mirrors. Nowadays, it's so easy to leverage AI and so on. You can build a really quick MVP, proof of concept, and so on. Throw it out there, see if it sticks, but build the product first. Think about Web3 as a layer that will enhance your product, but it's not the product itself. And if you're thinking about the economies, again, if this was not clear, focus on product first, focus on the game first, build a cool game that people want to play. But then, of course, at some point, you will need to think about the economy of the game. Focus on an economy that is built for players, not speculators. If you start designing your monetization and around hype and around quick flips, what are you expecting to get? What kind of community are you guys expecting to build? Of course, this will turn communities into exit liquidity and kills the trust. And whoever is out there, I mean mainstream, they are paying attention. We are plagued with scams, with extraction, and many other shits that kill trust. So devs should focus on utility. They should focus on the rewards. They should focus on long-term retention loops, engagement, involve their communities, and so on. Build healthy communities around the cool game, and so on. Think Web 2 first. Then other thing, and I promise I'll finish the monologue. I think it's about transparency is another key piece that I think it misses constantly. Players, users, whatever you want to call to your community, they will forgive your mistakes if you are open and honest, but they won't forgive, for sure, they won't forgive being misled. And the same goes for commitment. You need to ship, you need to focus on shipping, updating, and sticking around. If you celebrate your victories with the team, celebrate your successes with the team, but if you fuck up, be honest, be upfront, talk with your team. Look, we fucked up, we were expecting XYZ, but shit happens. They will be pissed off, but they will have your back, they will respect you after a while, and they will respect you even more if you are upfront, not hiding behind the scenes. Okay, we did shit, now we disappear. This can't happen. And finally, last but not least, we need to focus on, I think we are getting better at it, but I still see a lot of basic mistakes on gaming accessibility and appealing to a wide audience. When you need to go through hurdles and through hoops to play a fucking game, something is wrong. So you gotta focus on onboarding and then removing jargon and all that jazz that people know that is great for Web3 native people, but is not so great for mainstream audience. And make the ownership, the Web3 component, again, make it as an enhancer, make it as ownership. It feels like it's a natural perk, not like a chore. And if you do that, if we stop being speculative and we start being a bit more serious about on these topics, maybe we start becoming a legitimate evolution of gaming. Maybe. I see a lot of Web2 companies, Web2 developers, they are already dipping their fingers and extending their tentacles into Web3. Of course, they smell the cash, they smell money, and they are around. There's definitely an opportunity here. We have technology, but technology don't sell fucking games. People don't give a shit about fucking technology. No one cares. I'm sorry, no one cares if this game is in Unity, I will play it. Since when you ever heard of like a player saying, I will play this game because it's in Unity or in fucking Unreal 5 or whatever? No one cares. They care about, I will play this game because it's fun, because I'm a fan of this franchise, because I dig the narrative, or because I'm a casual player and I like to tap and have the quick adrenaline rush, a quick reward, a quick endorphin. That's what people care about. Having fun, spending, burn some time. So build your products with thinking about. Do you know those books? Those yellow books, they're really funny. It's called Something for Dummies. So there's build something for dummies, marketing for dummies, game design for dummies. Build a fucking game for dummies. Build a game for dummies. Build a game that is fun, that is addictive, that you focus on the narrative or the graphics or whatever the fuck turns you on. But build a product first, and then enhance your product with Web3. That's it.
Yeah, I mean that is what crypto brings to the table. It brings a value layer to gaming, and it should be applied as a value layer. You know, from our side, when it comes to transparency and sharing the successes and failures, it's hard not to when you live stream development on a daily basis. Funk is up there on live stream literally every single day with everything that is happening. And yeah, we're here for the value component and how economies can be grown and expanded upon, where it is game first and the economy element is something that is player driven, asset driven. BK, your hand is going to fall off. Over to you.
Hey, I just really quickly don't want to change subjects, but want to give a shout out to Charlie Kirk and his family for their loss yesterday. And I apologize on behalf of all Americans. for the way some people acted, you know, after the death of this young man. It's disgusting, it's abhorrent, and it's kind of embarrassing to call myself American with the way that that you know, people in my country act. Sometimes it's just atrocious, and they just don't realize that the governments, they're all together. They just want us to separate, and when it comes time to separation, it's all about duality. You know, if I can say I'm on team red and you're on team blue, that's the best case scenario for them. You know, so please wake the fuck up. The government's all the same. Republicans, Democrats, they're all the fucking same. It's all the same bullshit. They just want us killing each other. And that's what it all comes down to. And they often help because a lot of these are professionally done. And I'll leave it at that. But just wanted to give a quick shout out to that. But to hop back on subject, yeah, and guys, we can disagree and still be friends. Like, come on. I'm sorry to keep going, but that was another thing I just thought of is like, this guy did not deserve to die for political beliefs. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And I just, it's crazy what's happened in this country. But anyway, I would say a lot of good things. Is that Oliveira? Would you happen to be, Rod, are you Portuguese or Brasileño?
I'm Portuguese, brother. Portuguese.
Ah. Well, half my family comes from Porto and Almeida.
Brother, that's my second hometown.
Ah, beautiful.
Even though I live in Germany, but my second hometown is Porto. Yeah, yeah.
Ah, Almeida. Yeah, the my mother's side of the family is all Da Silva, De Almeida, etc. And I got some family down in Sao Paulo.
That's the beauty of Web3, connecting people. Let's get in touch, brother. Let's get in touch. I gave you a follow. Let's take the convo separately. It's a pleasure, man.
Yeah, pleasure's mine, brother.
Yo, Zinti.
Yeah, I would say.
Oh, sorry, BK. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I was just gonna say real quick. Actually, on topic. I think what Rod said is very important, and to kind of like put it in business terms, you have to know your demographic, which in turn you have to know your archetype, right? And create a brand voice to speak directly to that audience, you know. And I think the reason why a lot of people still say use Web3 as a moniker is because that's where they're getting the funding from. Right, so they're almost compelled to always put a Web3 in front of, like, Web3 coffee house, right? Well, would their token sell if they just said it was a coffee house? You know, that'd be an interesting experiment. You know, the labeling of the Web3, I think, is just because that's where they raise money. And when it comes to gaming, I think an interesting conversation to have would be incentives versus rewards, because incentivizing someone doesn't always mean like give them money. You know, like I think it was Cynthia said, skins. You could incentivize by offering them skins or in-game stuff. It doesn't always have to be money. So I think that would be an interesting you know, debate to have is incentives versus rewards. You know, what's better? Because I think we can all agree Web 2 doesn't need money. I mean, that would be cool for them. But I mean, I keep seeing them buy Madden, you know, 2046. They're going to keep buying Madden, you know, and they don't care about if Madden is going to generate them money or not. You know, so it's very, very interesting, and I can't wait to see how this all turns out. But I think when Web3 gaming will succeed is when it's no longer called Web3 gaming and it's just called gaming.
That's the thing. Just build for players. Build for players. Zinthi, enlighten us, brother, on your stance on Web3 gaming, crypto gaming, or just gaming.
Bro, I don't know what to say to enlighten. I'm not that smart when it comes to these things. But also, my last conversations I had with funding and all these things in Web3, specifically focused on gaming. I think it's, I'm not thinking, there was a recent study that they published on some platforms that shows that the funding on Web3 gaming is basically getting increased and more interest is showing by investors and all these things. But the fun fact is now gaming is not playing only as gaming, seems like BK mentioned, when it comes to Web3, is it enough to mention it's a game? Because we have two segments, you know, rather respect that your take is on, but also when it comes to Web3, when we are raising funds, we have to also segregate, like, if it's a Web2 game, let's say one big Web2 company, not the indie studio, one big Web2 gaming company, which is trading their stocks on stock market. The users are not actually playing with the direct asset that's basically being given to big boys to play. Big boys are playing with the stocks while the users are playing with the assets within the game. But in Web3, it's different. Like big boys and the small boys are all playing with the same toys. So whether it's a hyper casual game or whether it's a FPS high-end FPS game, they're all playing with the same toy. They are given the same tools to play around, which is the speculative asset, as well as on the other side the in-game skins and all these things. Well, I would say it's positive, but what they are trying to do is right now, majority of the people, they say, okay, we are building an FPS game, and then it ends up being, oh, we have AI-powered personal assistants to power you all, and it seems like this kind of games are getting a lot of attraction. Probably it's because AI is there, and the narrative, you know, in Web3, it's all about buzz and narrative and all the things. In addition to the gaming, it's getting the AI factor now taken as a buzz, and more people are showing interest on that.
Awesome take, man. Uncle Funk, your hand.
So, don't be too angry at me, boys. I have been saying for 3 years that I believe Web3, especially in gaming, is going to be for the world economy what the Reformation was for the church. So I have been, will remain, and will continue to be unashamed of the fact that we are building a Web3 game. It's actually part of our unique selling points. Because when I explain to people, you know, the muggles, what we're building here, I mean, I can clearly hear from most of you that the side of Web3 you've been in is the side that we've avoided. You know, you've been in the gambly side, the toothless prospectors and the gunfighters and the saloon owners and brothel owners in the Wild West, where you fall in the mud trying to get across the road, you know, with all the degenery and, you know, scumbaggery and you know, that is your Web3. And you're right in that point of view. But we, you know, the builders of Operation Safe Place and the Citadel, we didn't come here for any of that, because that's basically Wall Street dressed up like a bunch of weed smoking hippies who climb on aeroplanes and get drunk, and nerds, you know, nerds who for the first time get a little bit of coolness, you know. That's not why we came here. We didn't We didn't come here for Wall Street. We didn't come here for the casino. We came here because we genuinely want our players to own the inventory. Everything in that inventory must be theirs. You know, our investment teams, our advisors. Yesterday we had a spectacular meeting with a brand new company that has wrapped their head successfully around the off-ramping strategy. Like all of the people that we hang out, our circles, you know, we're not here, they're not here for anything other than altruism. We came here to change lives, and the route to that changed life. You know, anybody who's heard me speak passionately about the Somali kid, you know, that was the question we asked. Can we do the Somalian kid with the Star Citizen model? Can we do it with a STEAM model? Can we change that kid's life with anything except Web3? And the answer is no. That kid being able to play, to utilize sweat equity, to come in at a zero barrier to entry, enter an ecosystem that has a bonding curve matched to community as the liquidity. You know, in that other world, the community is the exit liquidity, but in its proper use case, where you know the team is doing proper policing and somewhat regulating what happens in that ecosystem, that kid is going to be safe all the way to the offboard, where he came in with nothing and he now has some USDC in his wallet that he can actually buy some bread with. And then maybe he spends enough time in that ecosystem, he might become a content creator, whatever it is in the Citadel ecosystem. And now suddenly he's got enough to move from his cheap little mobile phone to an expensive one. And then from there, maybe a laptop, maybe from there a gaming PC, maybe from there he can start a little shop that's got a generator and a couple of solar panels and some Elon internet, and he can have 40 PCs locked behind thick walls and security cages, and now he's just helped another 40 kids change their lives. That's why we came here, and our entire business model is focused on that. You know, when people ask me what's the difference between the fiat world and let me just make this statement: any system that looks to be profitable is going to become a pyramid scheme. If the business model is that you start a profitable business where you and your original investors are making all the money, then it's still a pyramid scheme because you're at the top of the pyramid. But when you understand the power of Web3, where every single person in that community prospers together, we haven't really seen it. We've seen it here and there, but we haven't really seen it because the people aren't educated. They don't know how to actually build, and usually the guys who started to make money, not to change lives, because they don't understand what we've got here. This once in a multi-generational opportunity is what Web3 is. People are too blinded by their own self-preservation instinct to really realize where we are and what we have. And you know, our mantra, I sound a bit when I speak to our community every now and then, you know, we swarm Discord and it's just like humanity. And then I shave my beard, so I've just got a skinny little mustache under my nose, and then I shout and scream for an hour about how the person next to you is, their bags are more important than yours, because that's the only way in Web3 how your bags can be worth anything, is if your entire focus is on making that entire community wealthy, not just yourself. Getting away from that pyramid scheme that focuses on net profit, which fudges things and bots metrics and does all sorts of stupid things. But when the Web3 model focuses on community as the liquidity, you know, focuses on community 100%, which is what we're doing. and so far it's working. Even before the game launches, and the game's it's on Epic Games. There's a tangible thing for people to play for the past 3 weeks to test. It's all there, man. It's all there. And leading up to it, I think we've had 3 mints so far, all of them minted out. And as we head towards the TGE, the TGE having assets to go with your token, as we head in that direction, the business model doesn't change. And I think, I always put down a lot of, my stream of consciousness is a bit wild lately because we're busy with so much. But the only shot that we have at the real life changer, where the gamification of everything, the gamification of education is possible, the gamification of work is possible, is the Ready Player One model. And the only way we're going to get to the Ready Player One model is with Web3, because Ready Player One has real tokenomics. If you've read the book, if you've you watch the movie and you understand, like, those people are making a real living. They're earning real money inside those games, and those are the equivalent of tokens. It's the equivalent of NFTs and tokens, because those are real world, or they're digital assets with real world worth. So what we strive to do within the Citadel, especially within the Citadel ecosystem, is the education side. And that's what we do with our OSP community all the time, is educate, try and rescue people out of that casino, out of that prospector mentality, like sitting there, with your 4 leftover teeth biting on this little gold nugget that you found from a quick flip, when all you had to do was stick it out, stake that claim, work with your neighbor who also staked a claim, figure out how to help that guy do well, because you're going to do well. Try and get some law and order, so that when the big boys arrive, and the big boys are arriving, they're trying. They don't know how to arrive yet, but they're going to catch on soon. And all gaming is going to be Web3 gaming, all of it. There is no way that in the future people are going to be okay watching people in our ecosystems making solid livings playing games with assets that they own, while they're sitting on Steam making a company rich. They'll see after a while the late adopters will come, and then the big boys will come, and you will still be there sitting next to your dirty little river or going from little stream to stream, fighting over little nuggets, when you could have joined forces, jumped into communities like ours, and said, how do I help the guy next to me prosper? Because it is an ideological question. It is it's a deeply ideological question that every single person has to ask themselves. It's why we came to Web3, because we honestly, I'm telling you, me personally, I honestly believe that the only way we are going to change this world financially, in a revolutionary manner, away from the fiat profit-based thinking pyramid scheme system, is with the incredible power of Web3 and its community thinking. So one day I think we'll dedicate an entire space just to explaining the power of economies of scale. But if you
grasp the utter economic power of what Web3 is as an altruistic machine, it'll become a religion for you. Go for it, BK.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, look, when we were building in Web3, one of the biggest problems that we faced and encountered, and not just ourselves, but what we've heard from most Web3, I use this word lightly, companies, was there's no cohesion. And it's dog eat dog, and everybody basically out for themselves. And in the public eye, they spin this beautiful picture of we're all one community in Web3, and we're all kumbaya, and like blah 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 blah. And where you see the real aspect of Web3 is in the tribalism between chains. Right? Not just with the community members of each of these chains, but to a larger degree, you know, even in the boardrooms. I mean, we've had the privilege of speaking to a lot of people high up in all of these arenas, if you will, and they all say the same thing. You know, it's all just a big bullshit money grab. So what Funk is saying is 100% correct. Is like, I think this is something that's going to have to come out of the community, because we face the same exact shit in Web 2, where we have a ton of businesses. Now, we're actually a business that actually helps small businesses grow for free, right? And when we say we help small businesses grow, it's not just to make it like a feel-good PR moment. It's what the fuck we're actually doing, you know? But we experience, it's the same exact shit in Web 2 that's going on in Web 3, where it's all these people have these feel-good PR statements that they make, and then when it's behind the scenes, it's like, yeah, fuck them, you know? And that, it's almost like, and I dislike saying this, but like the true vision of Web3 is being lost, ladies and gentlemen. Like, Bitcoin's already gone. Bitcoin is gone. Like, wrecking the Fed and going against the banks, that's all gone for greed. Bitcoin is done. I don't care what anybody tells me. I know the finance markets. I know what's going on. You got Michael Saylor, like I said before, selling you paper Bitcoin. Do they ever talk about non-custodial wallets? You know? So it's going to be up to people like Choice, like Zinti, like Funk, you know, like Jason, everyone on the Warp team. It's up to you guys. You guys are like, seriously, big pun intended. Shout out to Big Pun. But big pun intended, you are the resistance. You are the last of the real. Seriously, it's that serious, you know, because guys, while we were all having spaces and stuff like that, fucking Wall Street snuck in. They snuck in the back door while Jamie Dimon's on CNBC telling you Bitcoin sucks. He's buying it. He was buying it. You know, and we let him in. We let him in. Is anybody in crypto having conversations about the Federal Reserve and abolishing the Federal Reserve or the Bank of International Settlements? Does anybody talk like that anymore? Or is it like, or is all this shit on the timeline you see now, this is going to go up. Get this, it's going to go up. Get this, it's going to go up. Like, the original mission is gone. It's pretty much gone. The only thing that gives me hope is people like you guys, and I'm sure there's some ladies here too. But that's the only thing that gives me hope for any of this Web3 stuff is projects like this, and people who think like Funk does, and Zinthi and everyone up here, Rod as well. Crypto don't know you that much, and Mr. Console don't know you, but if you're here, that's enough for me, because these guys, reputation precedes them. But you guys are it. I'm telling you right now. I was in Web3. I still have a foot in Web3, but you know, we're building more in Web2. But damn, you know, coming back and looking at the way that, you know, the state of the markets, and we see on LinkedIn, you know, crypto's coming over to LinkedIn because now you got these big banks and shit making money off of Bitcoin. So of course that's coming over to LinkedIn. You know, and that's when me and my business partner Easton, shout out to Easton, he's in the at the Ohio Small Business Council, because we partnered with the Ohio Chamber of Commerce. So shout out to Easton out there. But me and Easton just sitting on LinkedIn like, damn, where is this going? What happened? What happened to the original mission? You know? So love to see it, guys. Love to absolutely see it. And I'm telling you right now, however morose you might think the statement is, you guys are it. You guys are, look around. Look around. Tell me who's doing shit like these guys are. You know, not too many people. Not too many people. So I'll just leave my podium rant there.
I love your rants, BK. It's good having you back, my man. I gotta say, I think that when you were mentioning, you know, people is supporting Team Red or Team Blue or X or Y or Z chain. I mean, we have funkies on AVAX. We have the funk doctrine on AVAX. We have the game and the Citadel on Say. And I am part of the AVAX Team 1. I have been running events for them at esports. I do not affiliate myself with a chain or let them own my soul. I use the tech where it's good and uplift what's good coming from any side. I don't mind if I'm talking to someone who owns an iPhone or an Android, as long as the conversation is good. I think that that's a very good analogy to put this together.
Choice,
I care about the people that's here to build long term.
Choice, imagine if all the blockchains work together. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if these people all work together. We would have already realized the web, what was the Web3 dream, you know? And then we fucking finally have America stop fucking printing bullshit fiat money, which isn't even real money. It's not even real currency. You know, that's what got me into Web3 to begin with, was like, I was hearing people talk about abolish the Fed. I'm like, I'm with it. I don't give a shit what's going on. I'm with it. You know, because that's really what this was supposed to be all about. And to get into these rooms and hear these large, like, and these are, I don't want to name names, but these are like very big people in the space, you know, and they're telling us like, yeah, we went to this conference and like, if you weren't on Team Ethereum, you couldn't get anywhere in the event, or if you weren't on this team or you weren't on that team. Me and Easton like, what the? You got to be kidding me, you know? But yeah, it's really weird. And I mean, we had one of our last meetings was with a, I know if I say what it is, it'll give it away, but it was a product that was supposed to get normies into crypto and start using crypto. And oh shit, I don't. They basically we asked like, what about businesses? What about the business side of things, like introducing, you know, crypto through businesses? And basically they were like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna go with the consumer. And it's like, well, you realize a lot of the things, almost all the things that get introduced are usually through the business, you know, through a business. And that would, to me, that would be the most logical path to adoption, would be to have the businesses adopt first, right? And then just say, hey, here's a little interesting thing you can do, you know, and then use incentives once again to incentivize the customer to use crypto, because there's currently no incentives to use crypto at a store, you know, because they're not really lowering the fees. They're not really doing anything for the business to want to use crypto or accept crypto, you know? So it's just a whirlwind, and you see all the partnerships. It's like so cringe, like Coinbase partnering with banks, and like I think Coinbase, and I could be wrong, ladies and gentlemen, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Coinbase is holding custody of BlackRock's Bitcoin. But I could be wrong on that. But it's just like what the hell? What the hell happened? You guys are it. I'm telling you right now, you guys are the last of the Mohicans for real.
And we will not surrender. That's the spirit over here. Alex, before you take cover, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Rud for working with Sura Gaming. I think that's an amazing community, really strong on South America. A lot of Spanish speakers and Portuguese speakers for sure over there. So kudos on that, Rud. We got to chat to see if we can run some game nights with the Sura Gaming fam. Other than that, I wanted to quickly pass the mic to Mr. Console. I don't want him to feel like he's left behind. I know he's enjoying the conversation, but our community loves his voice, so I'm going to pass him the mic to say hello, bring up some of his thoughts on this conversation that's going everywhere, but I love it because our spaces on Thursdays, it's pure passion. It's organic passion. Like, I didn't even need to pop questions for the conversation to be interesting, and I love it. So, Mr. Console, I'll pass you the mic, and then I'll let you drop it to Anx.
Thank you, sir. I was listening very keenly. I'm a panelist amongst panelists that I consider senior minds, my seniors in the space. To be honest, I believe both point of views that have been raised hold ground and have their own pros and cons. One side of the argument, at least from how I heard it, is the adoption is not going to be full. It's going to be maybe Web 2.5, as we call it. And on the other side, and I agree with this thought as well, that eventually all roads lead to the Citadel. I love that slogan. And to be honest, my real thought here, if I'm allowed to also just tangent on what I'm passionate about, is user acquisition. Today, it occurred to me very strongly that that's the real fight we're fighting. That's truly the battle. I'm competing, you're competing, each and every technological platform is competing for. User acquisition, getting the user's attention, driving from capturing attention to conversion. This is truly the real fight, right? Yes, some may not care about the technology, others will be extremely intrigued by the technology. At the end of the day, we need that user in. Doesn't matter what our philosophies are. We are not going to run businesses. We are not going to generate revenues without users. And this is just a thought that I've really been thinking about strongly, especially as I've launched my own school community, which I hope to monetize essentially and eventually. But that's the real battle. And that's the real dragon we somewhat have to look and stare directly into. Yes, the argument can be build good products first. Yes, the argument can be that tokenomics in Web3 matters because of the climate of crypto Twitter. Whatever it is, to the core of it, it's getting the users in, building organic communities. So I'm really enjoying this discussion, Sir Choice. I'm also in the background just taking care of a few things that I happen to have a little free time during my nighttime to take care of. But the underlying thought is whatever has been said, whichever angle has been attacked, the underlying thing is getting users. And until we do that, we're really just talking to ourselves, whispering to ourselves, affirming our own beliefs, confirming our biases. Until we do that, I think we are gonna be stuck in the same chambered ecosystem. But with all that has been said here and with the visionary thoughts that I've had, we are looking to attack this problem head on. So cheers. I was not feeling left out at all. I actually like listening. It's something that my community would find very strange of me to say, but I speak less. Even in person, I'm very just observant, calm, and I listen. The thing which I had, and it's been screaming to me all day today, is we need users. Whichever way we get them, I think we just need to get them. I'll leave my rant there.
Wait,
Baba Tunde's here?
I think if we're gonna go down the last of the Mohicans route, I'm more excited to say first of the Mohicans, because the Citadel, the Citadel. Once when the platform is ready. So for those who are not sure what the Citadel is, it's our everything destination. So it's if you had to take a Steam and mix it up with Launch My NFT, with Arena Social, with Magic Eden, and with Discord, and you put them all in a pot. So remember, with OSP, we started out with the goal of building the game-wise. We wanted to build everything we love about games in one game. So when you ask any of us who are building the game, any of the devs, what's your scope creep policy? And our policy is yes. If it's cool, it goes in. That's why it is a third-person tower defense. It crosses over to mobile. We added climbing and parkour in the damn thing because it's cool. And then I even put farty mushroom jump pads in because my kids like it. It's our game. We get to do what we like. And in the same way with the Citadel, the goals, everything that we need to build communities, to monetize creators properly so they can be tipped with NFTs, they can be tipped with tokens. Any clan can launch a clan token. They can launch. We've got. I don't know if I'm slipping on alpha here, but we're busy integrating an AI system where you'll be able to launch like a collection of 1,000 or 10,000 NFTs in under an hour. It's crazy cool, and all of them playable in our gaming ecosystem. So the Citadel itself it's the ultimate gamer's paradise. We just saw a successful test while we were here where Rob showed how you can communicate from inside the game to the Citadel platform and in Discord. So people in Discord general chat will be chatting with people in game and on the Citadel communication flow. It's like everything we love about communication all in one place. And every single game that we've spoken to, every single emerging disruptive technology that we've spoken to, everybody wants to be on that Citadel, on the platform itself. So when you explain to people, listen, the principles of the Citadel, like if you're on there, 10% is going to our NGO. I resigned from directorship on a pretty fast growing and lucrative Web3 company because it's easy. If I want 10% of whatever I'm involved in to go to our altruistic, to our NGO. It's the only reason I came to Web3. We've got an NGO on the ground that's doing cool things. I like to put money where I can see it spent, and we explain that to people, and they don't flinch. They're like, yeah, that's cool, let's go. Because in general, people in Web3 just want to take care of their families and their communities and the greater communities, and it's the dream, you know. It's like a fantastic dream. So imagine a good 60 to 80% of all the Say games being on the Citadel, and then all the games that we speak to will happily switch over to Say just to be on the Citadel, because initially that's what we're going to need. We're going to need people to be on Say, because most of the other chains are slow. You know, they're good for NFTs, they're good for tokenomics, but they can't handle an ecosystem where there's literally millions of NFTs. So having a platform that people are so hungry for. The two big things that are really a problem is the on-ramp and the off-ramp for everywhere, and we've solved both those problems. So you know, your players can come into your gaming ecosystem. There's all the non-custodial wallets or custodial wallets. It's up to you. We'll train you as fast as we possibly can when you enter that ecosystem, so that you're not at the mercy of the scumbags and scammers. And you know, we've got AI running around as policemen, because we're generally angry. We're angry not just at Web3. You know, we're angry at the demonic Moloch-driven freaking financial system in general. It's and you can't even really legitimately be angry at greedy people, because you know, like if the general, you know, like us religious types, we call it the power of the air. It's the dominating ideology which creates like almost entities, you know, that dominate groupthink. So if the power of the air, that dominating ideology, drives you to a place of self-preservation instinct where you believe in this myth called lack, you know, you believe that lack exists, then you will produce individual lack in the people around you. But when you're in an ecosystem of abundance, where you see, okay, well, there's enough water, you know, there's more water under our feet than there is in the ocean, and the water under our feet is all drinkable, you know. So if in Web3 we have found like taps to this drinkable water that's under our feet, I don't know if you knew that there's more drinkable water under the ocean than there's water in the ocean. It's like crazy how much water is on this planet. So, but we get this thing in our head where we believe there's such a thing as lack. We're able to grow unlimited yields of fields of agriculture, and we're doing this in real life. We've got a community here, and the community is taken care of. It's like fantastic. Like, the people here live a great life, and we don't have to be a weird cult, and I don't have to have 24 wives, and you know, for us to live an awesome life. It's just the understanding that if we all work together, we understand economies of scale, and we're not a bunch of morons. You get to live a fantastic life. Now imagine a digital version of that, which is why we called it the Citadel. It's a literal, a virtual city, you know, but it's represented, you know, on your phone in whichever way we can put it there. So that's why I'm saying, you know, like us being the last of the Mohicans, a great comment, BK, very, very complimenting all our chats on the different platforms. People are very happy, you know, about what you guys are saying about what we're building. You just see all the happy little comments all over the place. Look, you know, we're it. And then there's pictures of it, the damn clown. I don't think that's what you meant, but you know, but I believe that all you need is one team to set the precedent, and all of the great people who have been forced underground by the power of the air, by the dominating, negative, strangling ideologies, once they get to stick their heads up out of those holes, man, I tell you, we are going to be surprised at how many altruists are actually silently hanging back in Web3, who came here for the right reasons, but just we're just shut down because the principalities, the alpha groups, these alpha callers, these manipulative, these massive discords and telegram groups of people who manipulate the pumps and dumps. I thought it was a myth, but I saw that it was real when I got approached. People wanting to help us. I thought it can't be real that there's 1,000 Nigerians in a group who will pump something if they're allowed in on the alpha, that there's 1,000 Filipinos in that group, and it's incredible. These dudes, they've got big groups. They do they'll hype something to dump it, and then I was like, okay, so these groups, these alphas, the guys who are in the gamified cabal, all these big people who were successful before they even came here, they gatekeepers of a sort. They don't even realize it, because no man wants to be the bad guy in his own story. But you see that that kind of exclusive club, like Wolfsdale is very exclusive. It's a very cool club, but exclusivity produces rejection. So your rejected folks are all like hiding in holes all over the place, just waiting for a massive inclusivist system, which is why democracy and capitalism are so powerful, because they're inclusivist. So if you have this mega they're called meritocracies, which is really what modern democracy is. You've got in Web3 finally you have a true meritocracy that kicks in. That it'll spread like wildfire. Everybody's just waiting for a successful use case, and then it'll make what happened in 2018-19 look like it was Pauperville. It's like I can see it. I can see what's about to happen, what's about to come. I'm a planner. I plan in decades. Everything. I'm 51 years old now. Every 10 years or so, I hit all my life goals. So like this one, I've seen. I committed myself to this for 18 years, and I did it because it's the only. My new obsession is to build $1 billion company, and it was the only place where I could see this becoming a reality, or rather $1 billion community. And the only place I could see it becoming a reality is Web3. So I think what we are all about to see is absolutely incredible. Welcome on stage, whatever man.
Oh shit. Yo, first of all, how do I follow up with that? Because that monologue was crazy. I was like, this motherfucker is going down for like a presidential, like he wants to take over the world. I was like, and I remember why we got along in the summer and the bear market. Some people don't understand, bro. Like we've been around, we've seen some shit. Because essentially what's happened is lately, some people have gained so much, what's the word? They've gained a lot of traction, including myself. Like my account has grown from like 20,000 to almost 50,000, right? And it's just because of this one little thing that caught wildfire. It's InfoFi and all this crap, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, some of the new entrants, new participants, they forget about all the hard fucking work we've put in the previous years. They always forget that. And I think this is characteristic and typical of every bull market, where you'll always get new people that will come in and they don't have a single clue of the years before, because they just see like, oh wow, you're a big account, and it's like, oh, but you don't remember the hard days when I wasn't a big account, the days when I would post something and get no engagement, the days when I did it spaces and there was fucking 5 people in the in the spaces. um even Sir Choice hosting the space, I was like, oh shit, this is crazy. I got connected with Sir Choice like even when he was a baby account. So for me to see him hosting it, I'm like, ah, this is what I love, bro. So first and foremost, salam alaikum, my brother. I love you. I miss you. I love you. I miss you. I had to respond to uh Uncle Funk because bro, the way that he welcomed me was just insane. I was like, "Oh, I feel special and I haven't built shit. You know, I'm not building anything." So, I appreciate you, man. And to be quite honest, um we need a catalyst. We need a catalyst. You know, I'm massive when it comes to gaming. I'm slightly younger than you a little bit, but I'm older than most people here, which is totally fine, right? And I think the cool thing about being older, and I don't know if this was technically highlighted, and I try to highlight this a lot, is when you're old, you've seen technology do so many evolutions. Like, bro, we've seen PCs the size of like a fucking room. Okay, not really. You know what I mean, though. Like, we've seen big ass PCs run stupid games that basically made no sense. The graphics were shit. To then go to 3D, to then the metaverse, and some people don't believe it, but until like GTA 6 goes out and say, "Oh look, we have a marketplace," and that's going to catch the crazy wildfire. So like if you guys are here building even on say that's what you're building on, right? I think. Yes? No? Yeah, okay, cool. See, I was trying to follow along, man. I came in like tail end of the show, but I tried to connect the dots real fast. Um it is a good place to build. And I personally believe Web3 gaming is the future because, and this is the hard one, quote me on this, okay? Um because it was the past. You see what I did there? It was the past, so of course it's going to be the future. And if anybody in the audience is too stupid to understand what I just said, I'll say it one more time. Web3 gaming is going to be the future because we always go back to the past. We always go back and say, let me see how much I can evolve from the shit I already know. Let me go to my toolbox and see what I can use to build something. Let me go to my network and see what I can create or whatever. So the pioneers, they've already given us these gamified experiences. Whether you want to believe it was Sega or Nintendo, we all started there at some point. And then we've seen these things evolve to something called a PlayStation. PlayStation opened our minds to a new world of reality where it's like, wait, you can play? No way. And you're allowed to become professional now, an esport gamer, making more money than lawyers and doctors combined? Yes, that's a possibility. So, you guys, if you're doing this Citadel thing, creating a democratized billion-dollar company. Ooh, I like that. For gamers, by gamers. That's the one. Oh, guys, by the way, none of this was rehearsed. This is just me being a total geek and nerd. Like, even this is the last thing I want to say too. I'm such a nerd and geek. I'm in my 40s and I've been playing the Pudgy Penguin game because it's mobile. It's in my hand. It's easy. I can play it even when I'm taking a shit, and it's fucking sick. But that creates a flywheel effect of people being like, "Oh wait, so this game is working. They have tradable assets. This is dope. I wonder who else is building shit." So I think you guys are onto something, and I think you have a great amount of intellect and resources. And I also want to give a massive shout outs to Moaz. Moaz is one of my closest and dearest friends in the Web3 space. So the main reason why I came to this space, because obviously Sir Choice didn't even send it to me in my DM or anything. So shout outs to both of these guys. Technically, one is not grifting, and the other one I just have notifications on for. So I just saw Moaz. I'm like, what is this bear doing in this space? And I jumped up here, and then here I am speaking like a clown. But that's gaming. Let's go.
I'm shutting you down, bro. Don't talk now. Uncle Funk, bro, is there a possible way that you can make a character, be a character, and I don't know, what's it? It's a peanut. Taya says peanut. No, squirrel. A squirrel character in Citadel.
Bro, our answer to all scope creep is yes.
Whatever, man, bro. Have you seen this Uncle Funk? You know what he does? He goes to the Discord, open the computer, share the screen, and he builds this shit publicly in Discord, sharing the screen with everybody, sharing the code and all this shit with everybody. And he builds this shit in the Discord publicly. Publicly means like all the community members who join there, they can see all this what he's doing, like eating pizza, bun, burger, and then keep on building video.
Yo, can I add to that? You want to know why we do that? I'm not saying I do that because I'm not like a cracked out dev type of guy. I'm not even typically logged in on the computer that much. Like I'm more like run and gun on my phone, terminally, online on X like a retard, like just straight up. I live on this app, right? But I think that goes back to what I was saying. Old is gold. I think the thing with age is it gives you so much confidence because you've seen stuff break all the time. Sometimes you have to fucking fix it yourself. And it could even be your health too. I'm currently going through, kind of slight health problems and shit. So I know that I have to take care of whatever is broken in my body to fix it, right? So I think that's the thing. Like some people, especially the younger crowd, the younger audience, they don't understand these things because for them, they're in this industry where all they understand is get rich quick. And then you have last year was like the whole pump fund bullshit, every idiot launching a meme that created more spoiled behavior. And then this InfoFi bullshit did the exact same thing. It was just different, right? Like now it's like content creation, everyone thinks they deserve to get airdrops and shit. It's like, what the fuck? That's not how it works, but okay. Like you got to pay your dues. You have to pay your dues. You got to pay. You gotta put in the work. You can't just get here, start complaining, and say, "I deserve this." Da, da, da. So I think that's the thing. Like with guys that are older, we have built a level of confidence because we've had to endure so much more of life. So we are, because this has happened to me this year a lot, and it's basically the reason why I grew. Because instead of trying to catch certain things to buy and sell, I basically started to educate people. I just said, oh, you know what? I'm going to educate people on how to become a bigger influence, how to maybe speak publicly. So everything that I know how to do, I'm like, okay, I will lean in. Okay, so also shout outs to Becca. She was like, oh, you did build something. Tell them you're Baba Tunde, and this is it. Like people don't understand certain things. Nigeria has one of the most active communities on the blockchain, and that's because it has one of the largest populations in the fucking world. People don't know these things because they don't use Google, right? So it sits at number 6 or 7 in terms of world population. That's just numbers. And then because of their government, and their government sucks, the people run towards the blockchain because they can self-govern. They can hopefully, unbank themselves and stuff. They can basically find these opportunities and all of that stuff. So now you have millions of people that flock to the internet. So last year they gave me Tunde as a nickname, and at some point they started calling me Baba Tunde, and I was like, man, that makes me feel old. So I said, no, don't call me that. Don't call me that. This and that. This year in 2025, I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going with the Baba Tunde nickname because I wanted to embrace that shit. I was like, I'm old anyways. Fuck this. So I'll just educate people on everything that I know. Also want to shout out BK, because BK, Brian, is also one of those. He's one of those people that gives me that energy where you gotta bounce off people, right? Like if you don't have people to bounce off energy from, you have dead conversations, because then you're just talking to yourself. So also shout outs to BK, because every time I was pulling into my house just now when I first started to listen to the spaces, and I heard Brian talk about BlackRock and like Bitcoin, and I was like, this guy just understands, man. He's reading the news. He knows what's going down, because they it's not decentralized anymore. But I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna shut
Yo,
up.
what's up? Can you
Yo,
hear me?
Giorgio, welcome to the stage.
Hello,
Habibi, we
hello.
can hear you.
I wanted to
Yes.
say Lil Tunde, but you gotta make some rap songs.
Wait, you called me Little
Yeah,
Tunde?
Lil
No,
Tunde.
it's Baba Tunde.
I said you gotta be a rapper, to call you Lil Tunde, but Baba Tunde works well. What's up? I've been trying to speak for the last 5 minutes, but I was facing some connection issues. I just wanted to say, whatever, man, I like you, bro. Are you part of our OSP community, or like you're new, or
He's gonna be.
yeah,
We're
bro?
bringing him
Let's get
over,
him on
Giorgio.
board, bro. I like the
Embrace
energy,
him.
I'm a
man.
noob.
I like the energy so
I'm a
much.
noob.
No, you gotta come on
I'm a
board,
noob.
bro.
I
You
just
gotta
got
join
here.
our family, bro. Like your energy is great. I love it, bro. Like you speak and you do not stop, which is good. Like you're not saying
I'm the OG yapper.
the OG after, man.
Look. I'll be honest, okay? These guys have basically used this term yapper, okay? And everyone thinks it's infofi and all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, I am probably the guy that basically accidentally inspired the term, because I don't shut up. And it's funny because like even when Uncle Funk was on his monologue, I was like, oh my god, he reminds me of me. And I'm like,
He's
shit.
another yapper.
He goes on, but it's great because and the thing is, like, when you have a lot to say or you have seen a lot of shit, it's okay to throw down a book. You don't always have to throw down just one sentence. I hate sometimes when, okay, I'll tell you this, anybody that is in like into content creation, even like when I post something and I'll ask a question, it's an actionable tweet, an actionable post, right? Like if I talk about Web3 gaming and I'm saying, what do you guys think? Do you guys think we need Grand Theft Auto 6 to come and create the euphoria for Web3 gaming? That's a question. When people give me 3-word answers, I'm like, I know you're smarter than 3 words, bro. Like, why don't you just give me a paragraph? Tell me exactly what you truly believe, because that creates an emotional connection. It creates an emotional response, and then you actually connect, right? That's how you build an influence, a network, and all that stuff. That's kind of how some of us connected to begin with. So, but yeah, once again, I'm yapping again. My apologies, man.
No.
You,
We're
you
all
want to
happy.
know?
Believe
You
me,
want to
bro.
know what the? You want to know what the real alpha is? Is never hold a spaces with me, whatever, Zinthi and Funk, unless you plan on that thing going for like 4 hours.
Well,
Never.
can we do a space with you guys every day? It's nice,
Yo,
Like
I swear we used to do that in the
I'm
bear
having
market.
a lot of fun hearing you guys speak. I swear to God.
Now, Giorgio, you gotta let whatever man, which is another brother, let the Habibi know why he has to come to our community and why he's been sleeping on it for so long. And then we'll let Mr. Colso give some shout outs too.
Wait. Why have you been sleeping on it for so long? Like, how long have you known about this?
Oh, I
community?
have an answer for that too, by the way. I'll tell you, okay? Moaz will know this too.
How long have you known?
Because I'm old, okay?
You're not older than Uncle Funk.
Oh yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. No, but true. This is the other thing too. This one is important. Okay. As time progresses, we're no longer in a speculative market. Okay, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, this was a speculative market, which means you could throw money at anything, and you basically have the potential to become rich. These days, how many? Like the whole fucking year, everyone's talking about, oh, when altcoin season, we're crying, we're desperate, we're dying for it. Da, da, da. Why do you think it's not happening? It's not happening because there's way too many tokens in the market, right? There's 37 million or some shit like that. Whereas in the last cycle, there was 3 million. So the reason is
There's
why
no trust.
I haven't.
Literally.
No, it's not even trust. I think it's the attention, right? Like, think about it this way. If I build a game.
No.
Baba, look, it also
Said
you have to
Baba.
remember it's savvy people now. People are savvy to the ways of these token drops now, you know? So that's what you're seeing because, bro, if everything followed the cycle that these crypto guys say, right, then how come everything didn't moon with Bitcoin? Like not even Ethereum mooned, you know, properly percentage-wise when Bitcoin mooned, you know? So I think it's savvy people too are like, yo, we're not suckers for that shit now, you know? But the celebrity coins seem to keep pumping. I don't know whether they just keep everybody's
And they
like, oh
keep
no, it'll
getting
be
released, by the way. Like,
Scam.
don't stop.
yeah.
Bro, they're
But
all
Giorgio,
scams.
it'll be different this time. It'll be different this time. I'm telling you.
Hopefully.
The Scottie Pippen game ball it's a real thing, dude. I'm telling you.
No, they're all
You guys
scams.
have
They're all
something else.
scams.
Honestly,
That's
the
why
only
I'm
thing
gonna
that's not
say-
a scam in this crypto market right now, like from what I see, is Citadel and a few other projects. That's it. Like 3/4 the projects I saw since I joined crypto, like in 2018, like everything is a scam, man. No way. And then they started releasing these meme coins and the celebrity coins, and like it went all to shit.
Well, Georgie, I think and you know, those that know me know I try to be as fair as possible. Like that's something I pride myself in is being fair. And if you think fairly, none of this shit was supposed to happen. Bored Apes never sat down in a boardroom before they launched Bored Apes and was like, we're gonna send this to 200 grand an ape. Like they had no clue this was going to happen. You know, so in essence, it's like a Tickle Me Elmo or a Beanie Babies, right? Where just out of nowhere the price skyrocketed because that's what the market dictated, you know. And then where I think what happened was, and what a beautiful thing that was, by the way, to see what community could do, and like how when it worked properly. Like what could happen from that? I mean, for crying out loud, $500,000 for a JPEG monkey? Seriously, there's no intrinsic value there. That's not worth $500,000. You know, there's nothing backed by it. And I
It was
think what
made for
happened
free,
was,
by the way.
yeah, bro. Like it was such a community. It was so beautiful. It was one of the things that brought me in to NFTs was seeing the community effort there. And what had happened was now other people's number one, you have founders that said, oh, we could make a bag. Who gives a shit? Let's just make a bag. And then people started to expect that their NFT was going to moon, even though it was like an anomaly. You know, it was like Ask Jeeves going to $100 in the stock market. Does anyone know what Ask Jeeves is now? You know, so it was an anomaly what happened, and they tried to replicate that over and over again, and they did to a certain extent, but then it turned into a expectation on the holder side of, how are you going to make this have some sort of value? You know, which is it's a natural progression, and it's good to see. I mean, I think something should have some sort of value other than price go up, you know, and a whole bunch of people like it. Because as you see, Tickle Me Elmos ain't worth no $200,000 that they were spending on them. You know, so I think what we're seeing now, especially like with what Citadel's doing, Warp Gaming's doing, is they're now integrating it into a business, like an actual business model, right? Where there's actually a point to having the NFT, you know, and there's and the NFT is actually, it's not fiat NFT. It's actually backed by something, you know, rather than just being I remember when we're here for the art. You guys remember that cycle? We're all here for the art, and then it was we're here for the tech.
Like nothing behind it, just art. It was like something.
Yes,
else.
and then we're here.
Are you
We're
guys
here for the
shitting
tech,
on my?
and we don't even know what the tech is.
Are
you
you
know?
shitting? Are you guys shitting on my Yappy Bara?
No, we're saying that art is good.
Hey, speaking of that, really quickly, I'm gonna take us on a really quick super side tangent. Has anybody seen the capybara with crocodiles? And how the crocodiles don't eat the capybara for some reason?
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. I'm one of those nerds that not only do I do the whole gaming stuff, like I play games and shit, but I also do watch National Geographics and I'm into this like history channel and like I'm a nerd, okay? My wife Panda hates that. So I basically watch it when she's not home. But yeah, I do know that. Oh shit. Yo, you know here the other thing too. Okay. Oh my god, should I let him go on a tangent or start my own? Because the capybara is actually a viral animal, but it's actually viral in fucking Asia. But the animal actually is from Latin America. Bro, somebody make sense of that shit. Like who used what to produce what? Like what? Do you see what I'm saying? We thought, oh, they only had Pokemon. Bro, they're taking shit that doesn't even belong to them, and they're like, we're gonna make this viral. So it is what it is, man. But I think it's just to tie everything in together as well. It's the more you understand gaming, the more every fucking thing makes sense. And I always tell people, I'm like, if you've never played games, you might miss certain things. And I sometimes I even remind myself, so like me personally, I've played chess when I was 7 years old. Then in high school, when all of my friends were joining like basketball teams, I was a nerd and I joined the chess team for my school. And then obviously I played against some Chinese kids and they destroyed the shit out of me because like, you know, overachievers and all of that. But the point is when you think of games, you realize there's layers and levels to these things, whether it's the blockchain, whether it's the Web2 industries, whether it's the stock market, whether it's, you know, us talking about BlackRock. They're not playing one move, 10 moves. Like they might be doing it for years and decades, and then we just get here and we're like, oh, we found this new internet gold. No, it's not fucking new. It's not new. This was designed, it was programmed, it's been here for a while, and this and that. But it's just like the internet boom and the internet bubble. It's up to you. Do you want to play on the internet? Well, then it's up to you. Do you want to create something here? Do you want to participate here? There's a reason why I spend so much time in Web3 to a point where sometimes I have that question and I ask myself, am I actually okay? Like, am I retarded? Like, what am I doing here? And then I'm like, you know what? There's two ways. One is you build something here, right? So you could be like Uncle Funk, you could do the whole Citadel thing, you could be like Sir Choice, you could be involved in these communities and all of that stuff. That's one thing. So you could build something for your own community and you can cultivate and you can foster something. You can basically build your own garden. But the thing is, you got to plant those seeds, you got to water those flowers. You got to water those seeds and they will turn into flowers, right? but you have to provide those nutrients, those ingredients. And once again, when you break that down, it seems like a game, doesn't it? Planting seeds, watering, tending to the soil,
You're too much into
levels and
farming
layers.
games. Whatever,
Bro,
man. Brother, I'm gonna stop your rant. I was gonna use the mute all button, and sometimes it's the only thing that works with you. But no, I'm just gonna pass it to Onyx pretty quick. He's gonna drop some goodbyes. He's got other things to attend to, and then we can continue the rants. I love having you guys here. Like, you guys could go on rants for 30 minutes each. So yeah, we're in for a good time. Onyx, the mic is yours. Wrap us up and put these guys on their places.
I don't know. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. I mean, that was a great meander there, boys. It was nice to have you on stage. I'm a purpose-driven, highly focused dude. I'm a combination of Forrest Gump and John Wick. You can call me Forrest Wick or John Gump. So, yeah, my wrap up is, to our community. Our community's listening. I'm streaming this on StreamYard as well. It's on Arena Social. It's across all the different social media properties we've got. I even had to put up a sign on the screen for the Facebook and YouTube listeners. It says, "Sorry for the potty mouth speakers. Please listen with a forgiving heart." Because usually we're very family friendly. So just again to everybody who's listening, I know we're usually like super duper family friendly. These guys would have been super family friendly if we had let them know. So this is just sometimes the way in Web3. This is where all the there's a reason that they're called degens, boys and girls. This degen is short for degenerates, potty mouth, poop nostrils. But these are great people that we have on stage. They're loving, they're kind, they're generous, they're amazing. We love them dearly. And it was so nice to have Giorgio come up. I mean, Giorgio is like, "Why are you not in our community, bro?" Then you better know the man is the man wants you in our community. Giorgio is my favorite watchdog. I remember back in the days when people used to attack me in my comments. They just don't anymore. Giorgio, like, rip you an entire new soul, bro. So I like it. I must be one of the only founders in all of Web3 whose comments are safe.
Sorry, I was getting a power bank thrown at me from the first floor. Anyway, thank you, Uncle, for the good comments. Honestly, this community, like, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. Honestly, guys, I'm saying this to all of you. This is great family, bro. We have a lot of fun. It's been like, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks since I last joined. I joined the last X Space. I was really busy, but right now, bro, I'm just happy. My connection is bad, but I can listen to everything, and I'm having a lot of fun, bro. Honestly.
Love you, Georgia. Well, I've got to say goodbye, but I'm sure everyone's going to keep having a lot of fun. My kind of final words on this earth.
Wait. Before you rug anything,
yes.
Let's get whatever man,
No, I'm not drugging. I don't run the space. This is Senior Choice's got it.
Oh,
yeah, I've got to go.
You see, it's been a long time.
Yeah. So, important thing for everybody in our community is, often you're going to have to make some hard decisions and make them for the person next to you as well. Don't just respond to self-preservation instinct. Think about the people in the community around you. We've got the road to the TGE, and we'll make a proper announcement with the TGE. Obviously, it'll be an internal first, and you guys will see how all of those. No one's just buying tokens. I honestly don't
like that model. I understand it, but don't like it. The place to start is to realize that all our tokens come with a greater asset gift. In other words, if you spend $1 on a token, you're going to get a greater worth in-game assets than the token purchase itself. Because we never know what a token's going to do, but we do know what our in-game assets are going to do. And obviously, our player-to-player marketplace is going to be it's already very exciting. We're almost there with the infusion system. Once that infusion system is done, people can see what it looks like to have 1,000 NFTs in your loadout. You'll be able to see what your turrets, weapons, whatever look like with 625 NFTs infused into one. And yes,
NFTs are amazing, are great. Everything is super great, but removing them aside, I'm so excited to just play the game online. Like today, Joey was showing me some gameplay. I said, I just want to play with you, bro, right now. Like, the game is amazing, including the NFTs and everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're gamers, eh? So, I mean, if gamers make a bad game, then that's a little stupid. So it's awesome. I'm very glad that you're digging it. But yes, so just for folks in our community, and I'm excited, that our community is growing so nicely. Remember that Citadel is going to represent physical land in the game. It's physical property, and it's going to represent. So your ownership of the token will also equal many. It's like so many things that we're working on, and it gets you closer and closer to the inner circles that you could not afford when we had investment rounds and stuff. Because our goal is that you can get up there with sweat equity, you can get up there. So whether you're farming courage or which is the social fire side of it, or you're farming or you're buying Citadel, remember that money is a pay to save time in our ecosystem. So don't panic. If you're struggling financially, if you think, oh my word, I want to get to that inner circle where I hear about the whitelists and stuff first, we're not going anywhere. We'll be here for at least another 10 years. You've seen how committed we are. You've seen how we knuckle down. Those of you who know us personally know that when we commit to business, to the NGO side of things, we lock it in. Rob, our CEO, his commitment to changing lives is a whole other level. That guy's put more than 9,000. I keep saying 4,000, but it's actually put more than 9,000 people into physical jobs himself with his business. He's created, like, not just educated them for the jobs, but actually placed them in jobs. Our team, who you see in the directors chats and stuff, Kat is there, Kathy is there, Carl, Kathy and Carl, Kat and Carl, or Catherine and Carl, they Catherine's my sister. They feed hundreds of people every single day, and we've been doing it for 30 years. Kat and them, they help. We've been doing this stuff every single day. So we're not coming in here. It's not a blow in, blow up, blow out situation. It's a long-term commitment. And if you can't afford things now, just do what you can, get what you can, whether it's via sweat equity, whether it's via questing systems. We will continuously look at our community and try and figure out how to get you closer and closer to that core element, to get you up there where the seat holders are. And because I know it's hard to believe in this present darkness, this nasty world that we live in, but we give a damn. We can't help ourselves. We're incurable altruists. And I thank you all, and I honor you all from the bottom of my heart for your hard work, for your commitment to our community, for making it the community that it is. You know, like, you are our liquidity. We measure our greatness by how you prosper. And with that, love you all, man. Catch you later. What does this button do?
Hey.
He rocked. No, but it's great having Anks, guys. I will tell you, we had 81 people watching the stream live on X behind Uncle Funk account. We had like 41 plus from the Operation Safe Place, like 21 plus from the Citadel X account, like 36 on this actual space, and like another 50 people on the arena. I've got not so many more on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So yeah, this space is going everywhere, and people is having a lovely time. You guys rock. You are all amazing. Giorgio, I'm not happy with the answers from whatever man making excuses about being old as the reason why he's not part of our community. So I'm gonna let you to dig deeper into his brain. He was going the sideways with Nat Geo and
So you guys
Planet,
know I'd
talking about
never
the
just end the
capybara.
stream in
We
the
gotta bring
middle
him in,
of
and you gotta give him the reasons. I think that you got that covered. So I'm gonna pass it to you, and let's dig what's happening with him and why he's indeed been sleeping for so long in the Citadel and Operation Safe Place, because we gotta get him
Felicia.
gaming.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Bro, my connection, like. Anyway, you like to have fun, right? Whatever.
Love you
Yeah,
guys.
absolutely.
Then you have no other reason not to join. Forget everything else, bro. That's the main reason, honestly.
That's a pretty good reason. Not gonna lie.